Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Wholesale.fm podcast. We are the original voice of wholesale. I'm your host, Kevin Gallagher, and joining me on the program today is Larisa Summers, the SVP, eCommerce and Digital Marketing for BULQ.com. Larisa, welcome to the program. How are you today?
I'm good, Kevin. Good. Thanks for having me.
Thank you. If you can, provide our listeners with an introduction of you and your position with BULQ.
Sure. So I run all of the e-commerce and business initiatives for BULQ. We call it BULQ. It is spelled with a Q. And essentially what that means is I'm responsible for delivering the best possible customer experience for buyers who are coming to our website to source inventory for their own personal businesses. I've been in the space for almost 20 years. I hate to admit that. But it's been a long time. I've been in the e-commerce and digital marketing space. And I'm excited to take a lot of the learnings from my experiences over the years and bring them to BULQ in the effort to really kind of revolutionize the industry for buyers as it exists today.
Excellent. And before we get to the first question, let's just make sure that the buyers know exactly how they can get in touch with BULQ online. Like, what is the website address?
Yeah, so very easily, it's www.BULQ.com. You can access us both online on the website, and they can also download mobile apps and interact with us that way.
That's excellent. And give us a little bit of background about BULQ and how it got started and anything else you'd like to add.
Well, I think the BULQ journey started very similarly to how a lot of your listeners' journeys started in the kind of sourcing and buying and reselling space. And so our founders were young entrepreneurs who had just graduated college and were looking for ways to build up their business. And so they went around trying to find inventory to buy and resell, in their case on eBay at the time. And through that process, they really discovered a lot of things that they wanted to do differently if they've ever went into the wholesale business and started selling products to other resellers instead of selling direct to consumer, which is what they had originally started off doing. So through their experiences, they launched BULQ because as we started to bring more and more retailers into our experience, working with companies like Target and Best Buy and Home Depot and Groupon and others, we had so much inventory and available and to offer that we decided to launch BULQ in a way to kind of solve that problem of getting this inventory to the right buyers at the right time.
Excellent.
BULQ has now been around for 2 years, actually this month.
Wow. So I know with buyers, sometimes they can feel like they're being, or they feel intimidated. I guess that would be the best word to use when they get into the field of customer returns. What are some of the pros and cons to that part of the wholesale industry?
Yeah, so customer returns is maybe not so much for beginners, but I think there's still a lot of opportunity for people to make money as they understand how to buy returns and what the opportunities are in that space. So some reasons people get nervous about buying returns is that not all of those items are brand new. Sometimes they don't come in their original packaging, and that may seem a little bit scary, particularly to new buyers and sellers in the industry. Other people may not be completely familiar with how to test some of these goods, particularly if they're electronics, and make sure they're in good working condition before then they can turn around and resell them. Some of these goods might need a little repair work, and people feel a little intimidated by that. So I think those are some of the reasons people get nervous and stay away from it. But on the flip side, there's a huge sourcing opportunity with returns. It's a huge industry. A lot of these retailers don't exactly know how to get value out of their returns, which is where the buyers can really come in and add value to that process. And so many of these items are actually in great condition. One of the number one reasons people return things is just buyer's remorse. They opened it, they changed their mind, they take it right back to the store. You can now source that item for 75, 80% off and resell it as a profit. So there's pros and cons to it, but I always encourage people to do the research, listen to other people who are in the space, join the Facebook groups, and then go ahead and take your first bite of the apple.
Excellent. And now BULQ offers buyers a better way to source returns and excess goods. Can you elaborate on how this works?
Yeah, so we have a lot of relationships with a lot of the biggest retailers in the United States. And because of our size and because of our scale, we're able to have those direct relationships with some of these really, really huge retail partners. So we have millions of units of inventory available for sale. And what we're able to do is cut out any middlemen who might work with smaller pools of inventory and try to resell it back into the market.
Mm-hmm.
Because we have so much scale and volume, we can bring that directly to buyers through the BULQ app experience, through the BULQ desktop experience. So we basically get you directly into these pools of inventory so you can go ahead and buy them on your own without worrying about developing these relationships on your own.
Excellent. And what can a retailer expect when they're starting a relationship with your company? How easy is it for a buyer to get started?
So we've made that incredibly easy. So other sites, people might be familiar with having to create accounts and not seeing things listed online until you even get approved into their programs. For BULQ, that's one of the things that we wanted to make really easy. For anyone who's even thinking about getting into the reselling space, you can see all of the inventory directly through our website. It's not hidden behind any logins. You don't have to create an account to see what we have available.
It's excellent. So what type of support then, naturally the next question would be, what type of support does BULQ provide its customers? What would be what BULQ promises to them?
So we promise three main things. One is a manifest guarantee. So we have a manifest associated with every single offer on the site. So you can look at the site today and you'll see different categories, different conditions, and a manifest is exactly what's in those pallets or in those cases to buy. And we stand behind those manifests with a 98% manifest guarantee. If the quantity or condition don't match what we told you, give us a call, and our representatives will help make it right and go through the claims process with you online. Many other companies just sell to you as is, and they don't actually guarantee their products. That's one of the things we wanted to change. The other is flat rate shipping. So instead of worrying about hidden shipping fees after you've already committed to buy something, we're very upfront about it. We have a flat rate shipping. It's $30. A case can ship directly to your door, or $200 a pallet can go directly to your door as well. And then we have people you can call on the phone if there's an issue, as well as email us if you have any concerns or questions about what you're buying or the process.
So, Larisa, tell us a little bit more about the sign-up process that someone would actually go through.
So the sign-up process is really easy. You can come in and sign up for our email program, and we will send you newsletters on a weekly basis. But one thing that we also recommend and some of our most successful resellers do is sign up for what's called inventory notifications. And you can do this either through email or through our mobile apps on both Android and iPhone. And what that allows you to do is you can actually set your preferences for inventory that you're interested in a certain condition, in a certain category. And then we will let you know when that inventory comes in, and we'll notify you when that happens. And that way you don't always have to come back and check the site yourself. We're actually doing the hard work for you and letting you know when something matches the types of inventory you're interested in.
Excellent, excellent. Now, let's pretend for a moment that I'm a new buyer. I've come across your company. What kind of advice can you offer new buyers? But, say I'm new and I haven't even taken that first step yet. What would you tell me to do?
I would say to read the online forums. We have a blog where we publish a lot of information for new sellers and people who are just wanting to get into the business. We're really active on Facebook. You can kind of come into the BULQ family, and we'll also introduce you to other people in the space who have been really successful at reselling. So you can learn from people who have already done this. Everyone starts from scratch at some point. Nobody's born knowing how to do this. Mm-hmm. So my greatest advice is to learn from others who've been in the space and been successful, and then dip your toe in the water. We have cases for as low as $100 or even less. So there's a really easy way to start in order to see if this is right for you and how you can potentially grow that business.
Excellent, excellent. So what new developments would there be for your company that are on the horizon, say, over the next 6 months, over the next year?
We have a lot of things in mind. For us, when we're looking at improving BULQ, we listen to our customers first and foremost. That's why we're so active in social media. That's why we do so many surveys. We talk to our customers on an ongoing basis. One of our folks right now is at an eCommerce Chicago event representing BULQ and talking to people directly, on the ground floor to understand what their needs and their wants are. And then we take that information as we continue to evolve the product and the offering. So one of the things we've heard is right now we're offering cases, which are a real easy way for people to come in and buy and try us out. We also offer pallets, which you can get a lot more inventory at one time, but people who are more advanced are actually wanting even larger opportunities to buy larger formats. So we're going to be introducing new larger lot sizes and shipping incentives in Q4. And then also we're going to look at building out possible loyalty programs and other reasons to reward our most loyal and frequent customers in the next year as well.
Well, let me ask you this question before we wrap up. Do you have a typical type of buyer?
There are multiple different customers. I mean, I think one of the most exciting things about this, I kind of think of this very similar to what Uber and Lyft did in terms of being able to be your own boss, work on the side. You may have a full-time job and start driving on the side, or you may actually make that your full-time career. Airbnb similarly has let people kind of rent out the unused rooms in their homes and make extra money on the side, or they turn into like full-time Airbnb hosts. BULQ is very similar in the sense of we do have some people who, again, try us out, see if this reselling thing is for them. They have eBay stores. They have Amazon stores. They may have stores and pop-ups they set up in their local communities or go to the flea market, and they do this in their part-time or their spare time. And we have definitely a lot of those buyers, and a lot of what we do is cultivating and bringing those people into the fold, into our BULQ community. But we also have people who have made this their full-time job. They are consuming a lot of inventory, reselling a lot of inventory, have really kind of figured out how to make this their own personal company. They have employees. And so as you continue to grow and evolve as your reselling ability, you're obviously wanting more and more inventory. And we do have a lot of those people as well. And part of why we're going to be launching larger format sizes is we have more people than that coming on board. And we need to make sure that our offering gives them what they need as well as the smaller buyers and sellers.
Excellent. And at the beginning of this, we had you tell the listeners how they could get in touch with you, some of the best ways to do that. To wrap up, what are some of the best ways that the listeners can contact you?
Very easily, come to our site. We have our phone number up there. We have an email address. I would also very much encourage people to follow us on Facebook. We are really, really active in social media and the community, and we're always listening, and we love to engage with folks that way. And then also keep an eye out for the trade shows that are coming your way. We go to ASD every year. Like I said, we're at the eCommerce Chicago show this week. We're always out there, too, and we publish when we're going to be somewhere. So meet us out in the field. Come talk to us directly. We love to meet our customers and potential customers. So those are just a couple ways that they can get to know us and learn more about us.
Stay tuned for upcoming interviews with the industry's leading movers and shakers. Wholesale.fm and the Voice of Wholesale talks directly with suppliers, manufacturers, liquidators, show promoters, trendsetters, and more. This is Kevin Gallagher, the Voice of Wholesale.fm. Stay tuned for more great podcasts, and remember to check out our sister site, GetThatWholesale.com, the Internet's largest wholesale directory. You can contact me for more information on how to advertise or for an interview by calling 888-358-7822. Once again, that's 888-358-7822 at extension 707. Thank you.